evening, my fellow Americans. We are live. This is the Eli King Show. I am your host, Eli King, king of all alternative news on this Manhattan neighborhood network. This is the People's Network, where we, the people, get a chance to exercise our First Amendment right, freedom of speech. That's right, damn it. And, yeah, like I said, once again, this is Alternative News Media. It is the 6th of September, 2014, and we'll start off today with the CIA admits to staging fake jihadist videos. Yes, a 2010 Washington Post article authored by former Army intelligence officer Jeff Stein detailed an account of how the CIA admittedly filmed a fake bin Laden video. Wow, what a surprise. The CIA faked a bin Laden video. Now, if you're a new viewer, this may sound shocking to you, but the CIA is known for faking multiple videos. They fake videos of Saddam having sexual relations with little boys. They fake videos of all sorts of things. I tell you, the CIA cannot be trusted, and there is speculation that these latest beheading videos of, you know, the guys that they chopped off their heads, and now Obama wants to bomb Assad, Al-Qaeda, ISIS. He doesn't know whose side he's on, okay? Last year, he wanted to topple Assad, so he gave money to ISIS, a.k.a. Al-Qaeda. Now he wants to bomb ISIS, a.k.a. Al-Qaeda, which he gave money to during the Libyan campaign and the Syrian campaign. Well, I have a message for you, Mr. Obama, from ISIS itself. ISIS, yes, they came out with a video, and they call it the ISIS Obama Bucket Challenge. And, yes, Mr. Obama, this challenge goes out to you. Let's go to that video.
Since you have made it so easy for the Caliphate ISIS group to come into your country, I challenge you, President Barack Obama, to take the ISIS Head Bucket Challenge. Do not listen to your conservative swine or your patriotic groups, your Tea Party. Ignore them. Leave the borders wide open for me and my brethren to come in and do psychotic things. You created us. Love us. Let us in. Let us go running around and killing and taking places over. That's why you made us, isn't it? I will take this bucket of heads and dump it on me. This is the ISIS Bucket Challenge, President Barack Obama. Take it. Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
Well, there you have it.
America.
The ISIS Obama Challenge. Yes, ISIS challenges you, President Obama, to the Bucket Challenge. Yes. That's what happens when you leave the borders wide open. The southern border is wide open. The guy crossed... There's another video. The guy crosses the border with the head... No, we're not going to show the video. But the guy crosses the border with the head and an ISIS flag. You know what? Let's show the video anyway. Let's just show the damn video, so you can see how ridiculous this is.
Have issued a terror alert and believe an attack by the terrorist group ISIS is imminent on or before September 11th, the 13th anniversary of the worst attack on American soil. InfoWars investigates just miles from the center of El Paso, Texas, where we were able to cross the river from Mexico into America. Thousands of other than Mexicans cross our borders from over 75 different countries. InfoWars has shown you time and time again that our borders are intentionally left unsecured And now these ISIS psychopaths are ready to strike at targets on American soil. We know our government has created and funded ISIS, so whether or not this is a real threat or a false flag, the globalists are now one step closer to their endgame, stripping us of all our liberties. So we dress up like an ISIS jihadi to be as obvious as possible, to show and to illustrate just how wide open the border really is.
Thank you, Obama, for leaving your southern borders open so ISIS can terrorize America. ISIS thanks you, President Obama. We claim this land for Sharia law.
All right. I've had enough of that. Well, there you get the point. You got a guy dressed up as ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Mujahideen, whatever you want to call him, a CIA-funded terrorist group with a beheaded head in his hand and a black ISIS flag, and he crosses the border unscathed. It goes to show you anybody can enter this country, okay? You can even enter this country with somebody's head in your hand. The borders are unsafe, it is unjust, and it is ridiculous. All right, let's move on to our next article. Enough of this ISIS phoniness. If we are attacked, it is because we let it happen. Look at history. Look at World War II, okay? Look at the way they lined up all our ships at Pearl Harbor, all our perfectly good ships, to get bombed by the Japanese. Look at the way Northcom left our airways open during 9/11 so that airplanes can fly into our buildings. Come on. We have the most powerful Air Force in the world. It's just ridiculous. Let's go on to my next article. We're moving fast here because I only got 28 minutes. All right, next article. Hillary Clinton praises Kissinger's upcoming book, World Order. Yeah, Hillary Clinton's thinking about running for president. And there's this next video of Henry Kissinger praising the New World Order and Obama. And yeah, Hillary Clinton is part of the New World Order. If you think that she's going to be better than Obama, you're wrong. She's like Obama's evil sister twin. I don't even know what to call it. Let's go to the video.
What do you think the most important thing is for Barack Obama? Obviously, you're here to talk about the anniversary for U.S.-China diplomatic relations, but if you had to say this is going to be the country or the conflict or the place that will define the Obama administration, what would it be?
The president-elect is coming into office at a moment when there are upheavals in many parts of the world simultaneously. You have India, Pakistan, you have the Jihadist movement. So he can't really say there is one problem that is the most important one. But he can give a new impetus to American foreign policy, partly because the reception of him is so extraordinary around the world. I think his task will be to develop an overall strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity. It isn't just a crisis.
There you go. You heard it from the man himself. A new world order can be created because everybody loves Obama so much he can distract them. But the backlash is coming. Even his own pundits, even his own people, his own party are turning against him. Like the Illuminati card said, backlash. Yes, Mr. Obama, you are being exposed for the fraud that you are. You have failed us. You have failed us miserably. I tell you, what a great disappointment. Why don't you stand up like the great JFK did, even though he sacrificed his life, and abolish the Federal Reserve, issue a real executive order abolishing the Federal Reserve, and bring back a sound monetary system to my country, America. And Hillary Clinton, please, come on. Look at the whole Benghazi thing. She was responsible for the death of a United States ambassador, Ambassador Stevens, and so many other things during when her husband was governor of Arkansas. They were drug dealing in Arkansas. They were responsible for the murders of dozens of people. The Clinton administration, everybody says, oh, the Clintons were the best, the Clintons were this, the Clintons were that. The Clintons may be responsible for the end of the Manhattan Neighborhood Network as we know it because of the 1996 Telecommunications Act that Bill Clinton signed into order, which deems cable companies as broadband, so therefore they can just cut public access as they did recently. I received an email from Lydia Radin. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. But yeah, she sent me an email that they cut off Los Angeles public access channels, Detroit as well, and they're doing it all around America because of shows like mine. So don't take my show for granted. Record it, treasure it, watch it, take my information, and just do your own research, okay? I beg of you, my American people, my American friends, my fellow human friends, okay? You don't even have to be American. Just have a good heart and be human and realize what's going on. This country has been taken over by globalist forces, and it's time to take it back, okay? All right, next article, top NSA whistleblower. We need a new 9/11 investigation into the destruction of the World Trade Center. Yes, Bill Barney is the NSA's former senior technical director, a 32-year-old NSA veteran, a 32-year NSA veteran, widely regarded as a legend with the agency, one of the world's top crypto mathematicians. Yes, basically he's the original NSA whistleblower who inspired Edward Snowden to come out. He says that the towers were imploded. They were bombs in the building, of course planted by the CIA or criminal elements of the CIA. Because I don't believe everybody in the CIA is bad. There are good forces within the CIA and the FBI and all the organizations. Anyway, give me a call, 212-245-7273. This is a live show. Give me your opinion. Give me your thoughts. But I understand my news is too good, so you may not want to call because we're moving fast here. Next article, parents of SEAL Team 6 soldier killed in action call for President Obama's resignation. Yes, the parents of a SEAL Team 6, the SEAL Team 6 member who went out and supposedly killed Osama bin Laden, about a month later was killed in a helicopter, a Chinook helicopter crash in Afghanistan. First of all, if I was president and I was responsible for killing Osama bin Laden, the world's worst terrorist in America or in history, I would have taken all the SEAL Team 6 members and retired them and honored them, not put them out on other missions, all on the same helicopter where they all die. Does that make sense? It sounds like a cover-up to me. It sounds like SEAL Team 6 was about to speak up and say, we never killed bin Laden, so they killed SEAL Team 6. And Obama brags. He brags. This is on record. Look it up. I'm a great murderer. I kill a lot of people, and I'm good at it. What a sick son of a bitch. Anyway. Next article, the consequences of America's invasion of Afghanistan. New York City heroin deaths, highest in a decade. Yes, heroin is apparently running rampant in New York City. And the use of heroin. You want to know why? Because most of the heroin comes from Afghanistan. Before 9/11, only 10% of the world's heroin came from Afghanistan. After 9/11, 90% of the world's heroin comes from Afghanistan. There is even video of troops helping the Afghanis grow this heroin and guard the poppy fields. I've showed this video before. It just goes to show you the war on terror is a fraud. And everybody knows it. Maybe even this caller knows it. I don't know. Let's go to the caller and see what they have to say. Caller, you are on the air. We are live. State your name, where you're from. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, my name's Joe. I want to talk about my neighbor.
Go ahead, sir.
Dominic Montefiore, and he's a jerk-off.
Okay, why is that, sir?
But he hoovers at all hours of the night. I can hear him now. He's a jerk-off. Let me tell you that now, for sure.
What does he do?
He hoovers and he hammers around. The guy's a jerk-off.
So you're calling my show for a noise complaint?
Not a noise complaint. The guy's he's a jerk. He's a jerk. He's a fucking asshole.
I appreciate the call. This is a family show. I understand you're angry at your neighbor, but please keep the cursing to a minimum. There are children watching, damn it! Little children. All right. He's mad at his neighbor, but please call your landlord. Don't call me because your neighbor is hammering at all sorts of hours, okay? I get enough of that at work. Ninnying and nenning, these ninnying, oh God, don't even get me started. Hey, listen, sir, I appreciate the call. I hope it all works out for you. Next article, bombshell. CDC whistleblower goes further. Mercury causes autism. Last week, we had Sally O.L. Cordy on the show, and yeah, we talked about how vaccines cause autism. Well, this guy actually worked for the Center of Disease Control. He's a scientist, and he says thimerosal is the primary cause of autism. Go figure. For all you skeptics out there who doubted me, now we have a CDC scientist who confirms it. So please do not vaccinate your children, okay? Get angry when you see a pregnant mother taking a flu shot. You're supposed to get angry because I care about my fellow human beings, okay? I don't want to see my fellow human beings maimed and my fellow little children coming out with autism. Let's go to the phone call. We have a phone call. Caller, you're on the air. What's your name and where you're from?
My name's Joe. Don't you fucking hang up on me, you cunt. You fucking hang up.
Oh boy, I appreciate the call. You can speak to me, Joe, without the cursing. Like I said, this is a family show. Children are watching. And, you know, we don't want them. It's bad enough they have to learn Common Core in our public education system, where it takes nearly a minute for a teacher to solve 9 plus 6 equals 15. And we probably have Joe calling again. Let's see if Joe can keep the cursing to a minimum.
Yep, and today...
we'll get to that video in a minute, but let's take this phone call and let's see if Joe can keep his cursing to a minimum. Joe, is that you?
Yeah, this is me.
All right. Try not to curse, Joe, and I'll let you talk.
I don't remember cursing. I don't remember doing
You just called me an effing C word.
I didn't. I called you a fucking cunt, you cunt.
Yeah, I'm sure your mother feels the same way about you. But, you know, MSNBC host wishes Beyonce appeared in front of a huge abortion sign. Maybe your mother should have went to an abortion clinic. No, I'm sorry, I don't mean that. But, you know, when you get callers like this, it just disgusts me. All right, let's go back to the Common Core video. Common Core teacher nearly takes a minute to solve 9 plus 6 equals 15. This is why Common Core needs to be abolished, because they are dumbing down our children. Let's go to it.
Yep, and today our math teacher Eileen Ryan from Williamsville's Maple West Elementary teaches us basic math using a base 10. When you and I were in school, we used to just memorize 9 plus 6 equals 15. Not anymore. With the Common Core, students need to understand why that's the case, and Mrs. Ryan is here to explain.
Thank you. So Our young learners might not be altogether comfortable thinking about what 9 plus 6 is. They are quite comfortable thinking about their friend 10. 10 is emphasized in our young grades as we're working in a base 10 system. So if we can partner 9 to a number and anchor 10, we can help our students see what 9 plus 6 is. So we're going to decompose our 6. And we know 6 is made up of parts. One of its parts is a 1, and the other part is a 5. We're now going to anchor our 9 to a 1, allowing our students to anchor to that 10. Now our students are seeing that we have 10 plus 5, having now more comfort seeing that 10 plus 5 is 15. That's much more comfortable than looking at 9 plus 6, an isolated math fact.
All right, you got all that?
All right. Well, there you have it.
Yep, and today...
And you saw how ridiculous this was. We actually have a comment from a YouTube viewer. He said, "Let me explain why this is bad," wrote Pastoritz 1974. "The young Marine on a battlefield knows his rifle has a 15-round clip. He has fired 6 rounds already, and his sergeant asks how many rounds he has left during the Vietnam War. The Marine replies 9. In our next war, by the time our young Marine figures out the answer, his sergeant would have his head blown off by the enemy already, because we're too busy figuring out what this crazy nincompoop is trying to explain, okay? Common Core needs to be abolished and done with, okay? Common Core is being used to dumb our children down along with the vaccinations and everything else and such. Just like MSNBC pundit Melissa Harris Perry. All right, let's go to these phone calls. We got 2 phone calls waiting. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Eli.
What's on your mind, brother?
It's Luigi.
Luigi, all the way from Detroit. All right, we got a little bit of time left. Go ahead, brother. What's on your mind?
I just wanted to say, great show. Been watching you for the last couple of weeks. Just have been calling. And one word to your buddy out there that's been calling. And he calls, say, Bafangulo, Joe.
That's right, Bafangulo, you, Joe. All the way from Luigi in Detroit.
Yes, sir. I'm just watching Eli. Great show. Do your thing, brother. I'm watching.
Appreciate the call. God bless, brother. All right, let's get to this next caller. Hopefully it's not Joe. Caller, you're on the air. All right, it's a Howard Stern fan. I appreciate the call. Flatulence are a natural part of human functions, but we have a show to do. All right, MSNBC host wishes Beyonce had appeared in front of a huge abortion sign. Let's go to this video so you can see.
So I have been having these imaginings where instead of behind her are these enormous letters that say feminist, that she'd come out and it had said, hands up, don't shoot. Or it had said birth control.
Thank you, Melissa.
Yes, abortion behind Beyonce. I mean, then she would never sell any more records. But I do wonder if it could have been even more political, like beyond the F word.
All right, well, there you have it. You have Melissa. She wishes Beyonce would stand behind an abortion sign because she advocates abortion. Does Melissa Harris Perry know that she's black? Does Melissa Harris Perry know that 54% of abortions performed in this city are performed on black people? They are murdering black people, her own black brothers and sisters. She is disgusting. She needs to be fired. Her feet need to be held to the fire. Oh, boy. All right, next article. Joan Rivers dead 2 months after calling Obama gay and Michelle a tranny. The conspiracy theorists are going to run wild with this one. Yes, this is true. 2 months ago, Joan Rivers said Michelle Obama was a tranny and Obama's gay. Now I've had reported that Obama had gay sexual relations with Larry Silverstein. Not Silver, that's the Sinclair. That's his name, Larry Sinclair. I'm going to try to get him on the show, but we only have 2 minutes left. And we have a phone call. Let's see what this last caller has to state. Caller, do you think Obama is gay and Michelle is a tranny?
I'm sorry, I don't quite understand what's going on. My name is Dominic Montefiore. I think my neighbor has been calling into you.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Well, my neighbour's name is Joe, and I just wanted to let you know that, well, the man is a fucking cunt. He is a cunt of the highest fucking order.
I appreciate the call.
I say you cunt.
All right, I appreciate the call. Apparently there are neighbors who are disputing with each other, and they like calling me and each other the effing C word. Anyway, yes, Obama is a tranny. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. Thank you for watching. You can watch me every week, every Saturday, 6 p.m. And this could be a conspiracy that Joan Rivers was murdered, but there are all these other conspiracies that are true, and I'm going to try to run through them really quick because we're almost out of time. Operation Ajax, a false flag terror, a nation, basically Operation Ajax. Look it up. That turned out to be true. They said it was a conspiracy. The Gulf of Tonkin, which led us into the Vietnam War, that was a conspiracy, turned out to be true. Operation Gladio, that was a conspiracy, turned out to be true. Operation Northwoods, what else? Fast and Furious, CIA drug trafficking, which Gary Webb uncovered. The CIA's heart attack gun. The FBI poisoning alcohol during Prohibition. Tuskegee syphilis experiment. The USS Liberty, where the U.S. bombed their own naval ship and blamed it on Egypt, which caused the 6-day war with Israel. What else? Germany's claim that the Lusitania was carrying munitions. Geoengineering, chemtrails. You've all seen the chemtrails in the sky. Just look up in the morning. Now they admit it. They say it's for global warming, or now they call it climate change because we've had one of the coldest summers in the last 20 years on record. Anyway, my friends, my family, my fellow Americans, we are out of time. Please join me next week and every week, Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on MNN.org. While you still can, because MNN may be no more soon. Yeah, I love you people. God bless America. Hit the music. God save the Constitution. And if you have received this transmission, then you are the resistance.